Well, it's finally happened. It looks like one of the voice actors of The Simpsons is finally stepping down. So after 35 years, we're finally having a voice actor step down. Well, I guess there has been Flanders' wife the voice actor of Flanders' wife stepped down too, but she didn't step down. She actually kind of refused because she wasn't getting paid enough at Fox. But this is actually a retirement thing here, so it's not just stepping down, it's retiring from voicing the character. I actually want to talk about that, and I also want to bring up, in a little bit of a voice actor who has passed away earlier this month. So, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. I'm trying to get to 1K subs. At the moment, I am. And you guys can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you guys for the support. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this. So, I will say this. I actually did not really care for The Simpsons too much. Yeah, I really did not really care for it. It wasn't a bad show. I just didn't think it was as enjoyable as Family Guy. Now, I know a lot of people kind of say Family Guy is just a copy of The Simpsons. I mean, I would say they took stuff from The Simpsons, the characters and all that, but I don't know if I would say they're a copy or not. I'd have to watch the entire Simpsons. I mean, I do plan on maybe watching all 10 seasons and kind of just, because I think at that time, Family Guy probably first started coming out and then kind of comparing the shows together. But at the moment, I only seen the first season, and I don't know, I just didn't care for the show too much. I was thinking it was going to be like the movie. The movie was actually really funny and really good. I just didn't care for it as much. I mean, the characters were not bad, and I will say they did have some interesting episodes and all that, and the Treehouse of Horror episodes, I've seen some of those, they're pretty good. But they're not really my favorite, the show in general. The Treehouse of Horror is actually pretty good, but the episodes themselves, I just didn't care for them as much. Because some people even asked if I watched the older seasons or the newer seasons of The Simpsons, and I said the older one. I watched season 1 and all that because I have them on DVD. I have them in a garage sale because I was gonna actually just buy a set, but I think I might just keep the DVDs. I don't know. Either that or I might just rebuy them down the road too. I don't know. But I have the sets because I used to buy them at Best Buy when Best Buy was still selling DVDs and all that, so, yeah, it's better than going on Disney Plus where they removed a bunch of shows and all that, episodes and all that. Speaking of Disney Plus, before I actually talk about the voice actor, who I'm going to be talking about here, who not passed away but retired, because the other part will come later, I've been seeing people saying that Disney Plus is now taking off more movies and shows from their platform. So remember that. Remember, they're trying to raise the prices. They're raising the prices for their platforms. They keep raising them, but they're giving you less and less content to work with. Sounds like a lot like Disney World and all that too. They do the same exact shit. They raise the damn prices, and then they basically use their Mickey money and all that, to give you, to break you and all that, and it's just freaking ridiculous. I mean, people don't have to pay for a lot of this stuff, but the problem is because Disney owns so much shit now, you basically do have to pay for a lot of stuff here and all that. So, but they keep raising the price, and they're taking shit off, and their stock actually has gone down a bit. It was at 115 and it's gone down, which I still think that was bullshit. I don't even think it's at 113. I think it's at 113 now, but I still don't think it's even at there. Because the thing is I will say I do think it probably is around 90, but Disney's known for hiding their numbers and all that more than any other studios. The other ones do it too, but they do it a lot more. Like they say they have 150 something, million subscribers. They do not. They don't even have close to that. I guarantee it. They're just trying to make themselves look good by lying to the investors and all that. And you could say, well, they're a very popular and well-known studio. And yes, they were. But the thing is that they keep taking shit off of here. They're censoring stuff. They're making people mad. I just don't think that's true. And that goes with their stock, too. I don't think their stock is as high as it looks when you look it up on Google. It's not as high. And speaking of which, Bob Iger also did sell a good chunk of his stock, of the stock he had. So again, he keeps blowing money on shit and, doing all this and, just... Like, what a great CEO. I mean, if this were Michael Eisner, remember, he got ousted. He got ousted for destroying Disney and ruining it and running the brand to the ground. But if Bob Iger's here, and he's been here for a decade, slowly in destroying the company, and he's still fucking here. He did leave for a couple years. Well, supposedly he left. Again, there's been some rumors about Chapek not actually having full control of the CEO business in the company when he was there. So, I'm not entirely sure. But, I don't know, his family was coming out too and all that and saying that. So, I'm not entirely sure what the hell's going on, but I'm just saying that they've been doing that stuff for a while. But that said, though, The Simpsons is one of those shows, I will say, that also has censored episodes. And it's not just Disney. They've been doing this for a while, before Disney bought Fox. I mean, The Simpsons, like I said, has been around for a while. They've been around since, I believe, 1989. And even before that, they've had their own shorts. They've been around for decades. Like, making content. It's crazy how long they've been around. But, they've basically been around for a while. So, that is honestly very, very crazy. But yeah, basically what's happening though is as I said, they're basically due to them being around for so long, voice actors have passed away, and there have been some that I think got left. Like I mentioned, Flanders' wife, the voice actress. I think I heard she did come back. But they just left her wife dead, and all that, because, they already killed her off. And I'm just like, why can't they just replace the voice actors? I'm like, I hate cartoons that do this. They do this shit all the time. I just hate it. And I don't care. I mean, she wasn't even dead, and they killed her character off and all that. And the thing is, they did the same thing with Bart's teacher. They killed her off because the voice actor in real life passed away. I mean, if they're going to continue a damn show, you need to keep the characters alive. And I know technically, it's not all their fault. I mean, it's kind of the studios. I mean, the studio is kind of just, not just Disney, but, other shows like, Cartoon Network with Teen Titans Go and SpongeBob and The Loud House, with Nickelodeon, They do this shit all the time. They just keep pooping out episodes left and right and running the show for a long time. I mean, if it's making profit, I don't think I can blame them, but when you're killing off characters and all that, then you're kind of destroying what made the show in the first place, And I mean, again, they're going to pass away. That's just how it is. Yeah, but that's just kind of how the whole thing is, And I don't know, I'm just like, that's what's happening here. They're probably not gonna kill. They're not gonna probably kill off MillHouse. I doubt they'll kill him off because she also voices other characters too. I believe she voices. I could be wrong, but I think she voices some other characters, but I don't remember. Because Bart's voice actor also, she voices a lot of characters too in the show, like side characters. So I don't know, but. That's the thing, though. They're gonna do that. I guarantee you, they're gonna bring it back because, again, they only pick characters. It's nothing to do with respecting the people who passed away or the people who leave the show. it's just they're too lazy to hire anybody new, and they only keep the people that the characters that they actually need, to support. Because I got shit on before by this. Like I think it was a Simpsons video. Somebody was shitting on me because I'm pointing this out, and I'm like, it's true. And I mean, it doesn't make me a bad person. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just like, if they're going to continue a show, they need to keep the characters alive, because it's not like they're going to kill off every single character, They're not going to do that, Like, I guarantee, like, with, say, Family Guy, if Joe Swanson's voice actor passed away, they probably would just recast him. They probably would recast him. I'm not kidding, because you can say he's very close to the cast, but he's not been in every episode of Family Guy. Maybe the newer ones, but not the older ones. And that's the thing, that they do this shit all the time. And I'm like, again, it's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, it's just stupid and ridiculous. I really do hate when cartoon characters do that. But I've been wanting to make a video on that, specifically, because there can be exceptions where they can kill a character off and make it work, but I don't know. Like, I don't really know much about the teacher, Bart's teacher. I just know that, he had, I think, a thing for her, like a crush on her or something, But I don't know. But yeah, basically her voice actor, she is basically stepping down because she's retiring. And I mean, that's good for her, especially in Hollywood's case, because Hollywood is burning down, better, like, retire now while you can, I'm not saying that's why she's retiring, but I'm just saying, like, it's pretty bad right now, and especially with California, and all that the shit going on there, because they can't really just leave California as easily as other businesses, but there are other businesses that have been shutting their stuff down in California. I've seen that, but, again, I don't know about, I don't know much about, like, Hollywood, like, what they'll do and all that, but it's a pretty big mess, I mean, they can move it, I've talked about this before when I was talking about that in that video, about, like, it is easier for Hollywood to move than a theme park. You can't just move a theme park, like Disneyland and all that, to another place, because there's so many, attractions and all that. But with Hollywood, though, they could take a lot of, they still have to move the studios and all that, but they could take a lot of the voice actors could just leave and all that. But with parks and all that, it's a lot harder, because there's a lot of equipment there and all that, and they got the big attractions, like, Disneyland has their castle and all that. It's like Florida; they can't just move the castle somewhere else. It's not that easy. So yeah, basically, though, that's kind of how how I think. I think, though, this is probably a good thing for her to do, because I think she deserves to retire anyway, because she's been doing the character for forever and all that, and she's up there in age. I just hope she lives a while. I hope she lives at least 10 more years, because there has been some other voice actors. For example, there was the voice actor of Shaggy, the original voice actor. He retired. I think he retired in 2000. I think it was 2000. When was it? It was like 2009 or 2010. He retired, and then Matthew Lillard's took over as Shaggy. But he only lived until 2014, and then he passed away. So he did not live very long, for the retirement. I mean, he lived a few years, but still, I've known people have lived a long, long time, in the retirement, So I think he was in his 60s, I believe. I think he was in his 60s, but he also I think he smoked. I heard he was a smoker and all that, so that's a possibility, but why he may have passed away, but I don't know. But still, I hope she is at least able to enjoy her retirement for a long time, before she does pass away, unlike, the voice of Shaggy, because, I kind of feel bad for him, because he didn't get to enjoy the retirement for a long period of time, but I don't know. But But I don't think they're gonna kill off Millhouse or write him out of the show. I mean, they could, but honestly, I don't know if they will, because he's a pretty close character with the cast. But then again, they got rid of Ned's wife and all that. Ned Flanders, his wife and all that. He got rid of her and all. I mean, they got rid of her and all that because her voice actor stepped down and refused to do the role because she wanted too much money or something like that, or they weren't paying her enough. I don't really know, but I don't know. But yeah, I will say though, that but yeah, I mean, like I said, they could probably kill off Millhouse, but I don't think they're going to. I mean, if they do, that probably would be a big mistake. But they've already made a lot of stupid decisions. I mean, they got rid of Apu because he's offensive to everybody. I haven't seen a lot of episodes of The Simpsons, but I don't remember Apu being offensive. I don't remember him being that offensive, but of course, I didn't see the later seasons, so I don't really know, but I'm just like, that seems kind of, I don't know, kind of racist, don't you think? Just to like, just to take out a character because you say he's offensive, but I don't know. They did all this shit when Disney bought out Fox. They did all this shit. Like I said, Disney has a huge habit of buying shit out and then running it down the ground even more than it already is. It's just a fucking miracle how they're able to do this. They are apparently gonna do some celebration things of her, so I guess that's good at least. But to celebrate her retirement, but still, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to work for Disney, honestly, and if I was working for Fox and all as an actor, and then they heard they were announcing it, I would immediately step down because I knew this was going to be a bad thing, and it really is a bad thing, and I still think it's going to be, it's still biting them in the ass because they're having to make cuts and cost and all that, but I don't know, but I mean, I'm just glad, again, she's retiring and all that, and I'm hoping, hoping for the best for her. Maybe she can spend time with her kids and grandkids if she has any and all that, It's still kind of weird, too, how the voice actors here are, like, in their 70s and all that. And, like, Scooby-Doo came out in 1969 and all that. So I'm guessing because maybe, well, it could be like that because maybe they were older when they voiced them. I don't really know. I don't really know how old, again, the voice actor of like Fred is, but I do know like the original voice actor of Velma and Daphne. I think Daphne's like in her 70s. Her second voice actor did pass away. And I think the second voice actor, ironically, with Velma did too a long time ago, but they're like, I know the voice actor of Velma's still alive. The original one, she's in like her she's in her 80s, so that's just crazy. But I don't know how like the Simpsons, even though they came out like 2 decades later, I don't really know how that is. I mean, they did voice characters in the shorts, but I think it was 1986 or 87 when they first actually appeared, And then they looked different, but they were still the Simpsons, so they pretty much kind of grew to love today, But I don't know. But before I do go, I do want to show off one more thing here, maybe if I can get to it. Let me see here. So I didn't know I had to back up this far here. Here we go. This is the actor I wanted to talk about here. I'd probably be better off just putting him in a thumbnail here, but he passed away on the 13th of November. So he passed away a while ago. I saw it on a tweet and all on like Twitter. I was like, that's crazy. It's crazy how many voice actors we've been losing and all that. But I will admit he was like 83 years old, so at least he lived a long life. But apparently he died from some sort of disease or something in his sleep. So But that's crazy. So like James Earl Jones, he also lived a long life too. But it's just crazy how many people we're losing in the last few years as celebrities. I think this has been a trend. Like I think it's nothing. I think there's been plenty of celebrities that have died in the past, but these ones were so famous. You know, they were famous voice actors. A lot of people didn't even know a lot of voice actors who had passed away before. I mean, people knew Carrie Fisher and all that, and like Adam West, but there were some voice actors people didn't know or talk about as much. Like there's the voice actor who she voiced a lot of characters in the 90s. She was the voice of the Queen Ant. You know, on The Bug's Life, she also voiced Peter's mom and all that. She actually passed away, you know, a long time ago too. I can't remember when she passed away, but she was also older too. So, but you know, but that's just crazy. Again, that's crazy how that happened and all that. But I'm just glad he's another voice actor that lived a long time. Unlike Gilbert Gottfried, Norm Macdonald, and other voice actors, at least he lived a long life. But we've also lost the voice actor of Vlad Plasmius from Danny Phantom too. We lost him too. You know, he was also a lot older though too, so at least he lived a long life. I can't remember if he actually made it to 80 or not, but he was like 79. But his daughter said he was struggling with stuff, you know, and all that too. So just crazy, but. It's actually crazy that a lot of these celebrities have actually passed away, in such a, young age, well, from like diseases and all that. Not a young age, I mean diseases, and all that. And the thing is, though, a lot of them died from cancer in their 60s and all that, there was a lot of them that have died in their 60s or early 70s, so they died around the same age and all that. So Gilbert Gottfried, for example, he died, he had like a disease too. I kind of figured he had something because it looked like his hair was kind of like thinning out and all. I mean, that happens a lot when you get older, but the way it was thinning out and all that, it looked like he had something, but yeah, I will miss him and all that. I know his voice actor because these are characters I kind of watched growing up, but I don't know his voice actor a lot. But I don't remember too if he was the person who, because also the same person. I don't know if he's the same person or not, but there was the person who also illustrated the Magic School Bus. I don't know if that was him or not, but he also passed away too, which, speaking of which, they are making a Magic School Bus reboot again, which I might do a video down the road on that, but yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and probably end up letting things go from here, but I don't think you have to worry about Millhouse getting killed off, hopefully, on The Simpsons. But I will appreciate, all the work this gal did on her. I don't know much of her as a person, so I don't know if she's a bad person or not, because there's a lot of people in Hollywood who are actresses and all that, and voice actors who are crappy people in real life. I'm looking at you, Mark Campbell. You were a great, actor for Luke Skywalker, but you were a horrible politic person who get salty. I mean, you can have your own opinion, but you get way too political with people's opinions and all that. Yeah, that's definitely too much. But I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and let things go from here. See you all later. Oops, wrong screen there. Anywho, bye bye.